What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen, I did a story yesterday. Well, I did a video yesterday about my grandfather. You know, the one that tells stories about, my childhood. John Wash. Shout out John Wash. And you guys gave some overwhelming support yesterday, and I just wanted to say thank you to everybody, that, shared in the stories, and like the stories I told on my live stream. You guys can go check them out, by the way, of, me growing up in the house with, my grandparents, my granddad, mainly John Washington, aka John Wash, one of the main characters that you guys fell in love with. Well, like I said in the video yesterday, if some people didn't see it, he's been diagnosed with dementia, and I was notified yesterday, and it was a fast onset of this dementia. Now, granted, this man is 97 years old and tough as nails. Last night I got word that he passed away, and I'm at peace with it. Part of the things, when you lose somebody that you love, I mean, this man raised me like I was his own child. He didn't have to do that. I consider him my father, but titles, he's my grandfather, but he's really like losing my dad. This is the only male leadership and example of what a male should be I've always known my whole life. And he sadly passed yesterday. I was trying to get in contact with, he's in Orlando, Florida. I was trying to get in contact with, his wife and stuff, but, I know she's going through it too, and she does get my condolences. So I never got through to anybody. Now, when I made that video, he was already gone yesterday, guys. I didn't know. And like I said, I do appreciate you guys coming forward and, showing overwhelming support. A lot of you guys have lost people that was close to you. This is the second closest person I've ever lost to me in my life. And it was tough to get on here and, express my feelings and, put myself out there. But you guys give me emails all the time. You guys share stories with me. A lot of people don't know that you've never told anybody. And I understand that. You guys are like my family. On Friday nights, we laugh and joke. During the week, when we at work, putting the message out with some of these stories, we do what we do. But I appreciate you all, And I'm sure he did too. He knew I was doing YouTube. He don't know what YouTube is, but he knew I was doing YouTube a while ago because I told him. So, I mean, he has some idea of, what was going on. But yeah, sadly, what happened, supposedly, he fell at home. And he had got to the point where he can't feed himself and stuff. And I spoke to him like, almost 6 months ago, 6 months ago, I can't remember. And I seen his speech and subject change in the middle of talking I thought that was strange. I said, okay, well, I might have to brace myself because, he's starting to show a decline. And my big thing was yesterday, they got me choked up that I didn't want him to suffer. My granddad, very prideful. And he's always been seen as a pillar of strength for the family. And, I know he wouldn't want us to see him like that because I was making plans to go down there, and like I said, it would have bothered me if he didn't know who I was. But I mean, it's life. The man's going through something and we all have to, make the best of it. He passed. The guy, he had fell at home and he was doing rehab at the hospital. While he was at the hospital doing the rehab, his heart just stopped beating. They couldn't revive him. 96 years old, it's hard to get people back. So, I mean, whether y'all believe in religion or not, some universal force called him out of his self and back to the essence or whatever, you may believe. I'm at peace. Like I said, I'm at peace with this decision. I mean, he lives through me, through my children, what he put inside of me, you know, with the values and ass whippings and, you know, teachings he gave me, whether I wanted to hear them or not. You know, it makes me who I am. The arguments between him and Bunny and just seeing that, you know, connection between a man and a woman and being in a married household, I think that helped me also. You know, he taught me responsibility, kindness, not to take no crap, but, you know, respectively, how to treat people like you wanted to be treated. I give him all the respect in the world, and I owe him a lot. I want you guys to understand something. This man had raised his kids were grown. He did not have to, you know, raise me. And it's nothing my mom did. So a lot of people say, hey, what's going on with your mom? You know, why your mom didn't raise you? It wasn't nothing like that. For the first 3 years, I was in the house with them. My mom remarried, and I chose to stay with them. And they was like, well, you stay here. You know, it takes a lot. And I want you guys to understand that when you guys are younger and you're about to have babies and stuff like that, and you're thinking about it, and you got to think, if something happens to you, the responsibility that you had and desire to have a child falls on those that are that raised you, or those in the family that have nothing to do with you procreating and having this child. You know, so that responsibility falls on a lot of other people. This man had love in his heart, and he cared to do what he did for me, and I'll always be grateful. That's about it. I mean, I really don't, I have a lot to say, but I mean, you know, a couple of things that stick out to me, and one of my favorite times with him, or one of the things I always remember, was how he would be sitting down, just doing anything. He could be in the middle of eating, and I could run out there as a kid, Dad, can you take me to the park, or can you do something like this? And he would say, yeah, and he would just get up, like stop whatever he's doing in the most unselfish manner possible. And he would go out and I would go and play on the swings or whatever. We'd drive, you know, some distance. He'd take me to any park I wanted to go to. He just wanted to spend time with me because he knew the importance of a little boy and an older man and what he could learn and how precious just his presence was in my development. He may not have been the perfect person. Not telling the story, some of the stuff that's funny, you know, and it's crazy because a lot of us can connect to it now that we're older. He may not be perfect, but for me, he was enough. He was enough. May John Wash rest in peace. And, you know, I'll carry the tradition on, minus the other stuff we talked about, the ass whipping, but you understand what I'm saying? Last time he seen me, the glow in his eyes and the way he looked at me, he was proud. And that's enough for me. You know, because his last time connecting with me, besides a phone call and seeing me in person, he was truly impressed. And he said, you know, dealing with you and all the crazy stuff you did, it's nothing in comparison to the man you became, and I'm proud of you. And that means a lot. It means a lot. Woo! I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.